Your keyboard. Oh, shall I start again for the recording?
Should have warned you about that. Sorry.
Hopefully everyone's okay that we're recording. Okay. So thanks, Alima. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Creative Writing for Social Media. Today, you're not just attendees, you're keyboard rebels. That means you'll be typing in the chat, reacting with emojis, and showing up in a way that brings a great energy to not just this session, but to what you want for your social media. It's about empowering you. For everyone, whether you're neurodiverse or have a lot going on, some of this is quite fast paced. So do what you can, skip some activities if you need to. Make the most of this session and above all, enjoy it. I also want this to be a safe and kind space to learn. If you're comfortable, turn your cameras on. If not, I understand. If you want to change your name as well to just your initials so you can take part more freely, that's fine too. People may be saving the chat in the end, so just so you know. There's 170 people here, so there's a great chance for you to meet lots of cool people. So are the slides being shared at the moment, or can we pop that on? Ewan or Halima? Okay, I'll try to keep in mind that some people don't have a webcam as well. There will be some QR codes and things like that. Just so you know as well, it's better to be on your desktop, if possible. So if you need to log on your desktop, that'd be great. But if not, phone is fine too.
So I wasn't able to unmute myself. So sorry, Miranda. The screen is showing.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
we can see the slides.
Okay, fantastic.
Are you able to control the slides from your side?
Let's just check. Yes, can everyone see that? Slide 2?
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, I'll be trying to keep an eye on the chat, but just so you know, it could get a bit crazy in the chat later with some of the activities I've got in mind. Okay, so can I get a thumbs up if you're here for posts that feel authentic, engaging, and actually sound like you? There's a reaction button at the bottom. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, and it sends all these cool emojis up. Can you guys all do some reactions? Is that working? Are we seeing reactions from people? Cool. Okay. So, oh, I've got some, oh, people are just putting their hands up. Is that just to say yay and well done? Oh, cool. I see some emojis going up. Okay. Cool. And so maybe some waving hello to everyone. If your camera is on, some smiles, whether your camera is on or off as well, just to start it off. Excellent. So I hated social media. I ignored peer pressure and was on my merry way, happy without it. After a gazillion people told me because I'm a writer, even if I didn't have a book yet, I should be on it, I relented because I could see the point to that. So I'd also seen a blogger have huge success from being on Instagram. I decided I would figure it out. You know what, though? I did it anonymously. I didn't tell any friends or family. It was actually the best way for me. I could learn freely without any pressure and doing it my way, doing what felt right. And I really wish I could go back in time and tell myself that it's just another skill, because I know sometimes it can feel a bit disheartening when you're doing social media. And it's just like learning to ride a bike, which incidentally I actually only learned last year. You'll get better at it. So that's what I want you to know. You can do it. I believe in all of you. If I can do it, you can too. So today should give you some ideas on how you will achieve your social media goals. What worked for me might work for you. You need to be in it to win it. So it's lunchtime. So there's a menu. We've got 7 parts to this session. We're covering a lot. I wanted to make sure you get as much value out of today as possible. If we were in person and I could afford to cater, I'd have salad and ice cream because it's hot today. Since we're online, I've just got a visual feast for you instead. So we're going to cover how to apply creative writing techniques to simplify your content strategy, which is in parts 1 to 2. actionable steps to build a confident, consistent online presence for your business, which is part 3, a practical activity to boost engagement and connect with others, which is part 4, and there will be more parts 2 as well, but that just gives you an idea, a flavor for what's coming up. Yep, learning to use reactions, good. It's really important. So basically, if just quickly telling people how to use reactions at the bottom, there's a more button, so maybe it's not showing up for you, but if you click on more and then there's react, and when you see react, you can do any number of things that come up like that, or to celebrate. And there's also just reactions at the bottom, so you can send with effect. And so yeah, it's quite cool and quite fun, so give that a go if you can. So that's the menu. And just so you know what's not on today's menu: algorithms and analytics, paid ads or growth hacks, platform specific tutorials, AI tools or automation, sales funnels or marketing jargon. And actually, I'm not sure if we'll have time for Q&A. There's probably not enough time, but I've put it in as part 6 just in case. So, but I might have a workaround for that as well. So we'll see how we go. Okay. So that's the menu for today. Are you ready? Every time you see a ready slide, I want your emoji reactions. It could be you're curious, nervous, excited, or just vibing. Let's make this interactive and fun. So you can pop it in the chat. You can use the react button. But yeah, I want to see some emojis. I want to see people reacting to ready, just to make sure you're all ready. Excellent. Loving these emojis. So, actually, before I start that, the reason I'm kind of going on about these emojis and reacting, so research consistently highlights that stronger learning outcomes through active engagement. The results suggest it boosts motivation, and for active learning sessions compared to traditional lectures, they get a 54% higher test score, and they are 1.5 times less likely to fail. In fact, failure rates dropped by 50% in MIT classrooms after transitioning to active learning approaches. So it's in your best interests to take part. I know some of you can't and are only able to listen, or you're at home watching the video, you'll still benefit from all of this. Those of you that can, I really encourage you to take up the interactive side to this session. So once again, if you're ready to get started, react with some emojis, let me know you're in. Oh. Fantastic. Oh, they found the reactions. Fantastic. Okay, you guys are so amazing. So this is the most important question. Okay, who are you? And we're going to start with something really simple. And it's actually just 3 questions. So if you've got your phones handy, or if you want, I think Ewan is going to pop it in the chat, the link for everybody. There's 3 simple questions, which I want you to answer. People been able to pull it up? And if you're not able to pull it up, I'll also read it out actually for people who are not able to see the screen. So the question is, which social media platform do you use most for content creation? A, Facebook, B, Instagram, C, LinkedIn, D, TikTok, E, X or Twitter, F, YouTube, G, other, or H, nothing. So when you press the button, you'll actually be able to see the numbers going up. So for the first question, I can see the numbers rising for Instagram. It looks like it's 38% on Instagram, 14% do nothing, 23% are on LinkedIn. We've got about 123 votes in there. Oh, I really wish I had 3 screens. Once upon a time, I used to have 3 screens, and that worked really well, but this is fine. So if you've actually done the first question, you can move on. There's a second question and a third question as well. How confident do you feel about your social media skills? And just so you know, for the first question, I actually put Instagram. That's my favorite one. And the second question, how confident do you feel about your social media skills? So you'll be able to see the numbers if you actually select one. If you don't select anything, you can't see the numbers changing. So we've got somewhat confident, 31%, excellent. Neutral, 22%, a bit unsure, 26%. Got 20%, which are saying help. And we've got people putting in the chat as well. Fantastic, all of you, for taking part. And the third question is, how confident do you feel about your writing skills? And I'm going to put somewhat confident. 34% are doing that too. We've got 16% that are very confident. Neutral, about 19% looks like it's getting to, and about 15% saying help. So it's the whole gamut, and we're getting that in the chat too. So there's a real mix of people here, which I'm trying to cater to, and hopefully we'll all be inclusive and helping each other too. No worries if you can't navigate on the screen. It's just quite cool for you all to see it working in. Okay, and so well done for doing that. So now we're actually going to actually type in the chat now a bit more. So what's your biggest challenge with writing for social media? Is it A, coming up with ideas, B, sounding authentic, C, writing concisely, D, getting engagement, or E, other? And if there's anything else, feel free to write whatever else you want about your biggest challenge. Procrastination, yep, got that one. I do that too. Getting engagement, sounding authentic but professional, overcoming the cringe factor, totally cringe factor, I get it. Not selling but creating interactions, yep, so important. Brilliant. For me, the answer is actually writing concisely. That's what I struggle with. So you'll see some of my posts can be quite long. Yep, struggling with your first post. The first post is always the hardest. First step is always the hardest, everyone. Yep, sometimes it does take too long, agree. Being consistent, yep, I've taken breaks from social media. It's totally fine. I know they tell you to do it every day and you don't have to. It does help, but you don't have to. So many fantastic answers. Thank you, everyone, for coming up, showing up, for doing this. Okay, so now let's warm up with what's your favorite stories and characters, or just one. If you can put it in the chat. Yeah, totally. Most of my followers are non-writing, so transitioning from jog photos to writing posts is a bit difficult. That can happen. So for me, my answer, SpongeBob, Wednesday Addams, the Gruffalo. So for me, my answer is, and I'll put it in the chat as well. John Wick. Oh, some people have put John Wick, James Bond. So it can be books, TV, movie, computer games, even comic strips. But I've put down the Godfather movies and To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf, Oliver Twist by Dickens. Characters that I love are Mary Poppins, Wonder Woman, Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind. And what I want you to do when you're actually thinking about all these different characters and stories, think about why the story or character is memorable and why you love it. You don't need to put it in the chat, but just have a bit of a think about that. So we've got quite a lot of different ones in the chat now in terms of favorite characters and stories. We've got Eeyore, Finn and Jake, SpongeBob, Legally Blonde, Milan, JD from Scrubs, Morawaka, Poirot. Some of these I don't know, but it's really cool, like how people are inspired by different characters and stories. And so the next activity, something funny that minute. Yep. And so everyone, well done for actually putting down something in the chat and sharing a little bit about yourself. Think about how it felt to share something for those of you that were able to put something in the chat. And you know, you're just putting yourself out there to 199 people about what you like. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Alice in Wonderland, Wonka. That's just some other ones in the chat. So this next activity is all about engagement. So what I want you to do is to like and comment on what people have put in the chat. So hit reply, be kind and positive. Like it because they were brave for sharing. Like it because you like it too. Like it because it will make them feel good that you've liked it. Like as many as you can. And we've actually got 60 seconds to do this. So off you go. I want everybody to be included. I don't want anyone to be forgotten. So everyone who's put something in the chat, if you can hit reply, either send emoji or hit love or reply something saying love it too, or interesting choice, or cool, or brilliant, or love this, and see how many you can do as well. So there's a little emoji buttons next to try and do everybody. If we can try to cover everyone. It's okay if you don't have one. Someone's put I don't have one. That's great too. Do a thumbs up for that. Who's missing? Who's Blair Waldorf, Gossip Girl? Love Gossip Girl. Bible story is fantastic. I don't have one. Still gets an emoji. Can find it. Oh, that's 60 seconds. Can we just do the last few if there's anyone who's missed out? Oh, we've got a comment. Love his work. Excellent. Well done for doing that. Got lots of emojis. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Love Buffy. Dragon's Den. Good. I think we've got I hope everyone's been included and has an emoji or a reply to it. And there's so many now, I can't even keep track. Like it's going so well. I'm loving how you guys have done that. Anyway, our 60 seconds are up, but think about how it felt to see the comments and the emojis for people who've replied to you. And what would be really cool, I think, is if you can raise your hands if you did less than 10. I don't know if we can see like hand raises on this. Everyone raises their hand if they did less than 10. See how many you managed to do in like less than 60 seconds, and just in terms of just responding to what someone's put out there, they've shared, and then actually you've gotten something back as well. And can you put your hands up if you did more than 10? Actually, 11 to 20. Should we split it up in that way? 11 to 20. Oh, it's quite a few people doing 11 to 20. And what about if you did more than 20? Oh, there's people who did more than 20. Fantastic. And I'm sure there's people, has anyone, who did the most, you think? Did anyone do 50? I don't know if anyone could have done 50. I doubt it because it was 60 seconds. I found it quite slow to do it. But yeah, well done for giving it a go. You can put your hands down now. But I think what's really important is if you think about supporting each other and spreading the love, it makes such a difference on social media. And I think like so many people know what it feels like to just feel ignored or where you don't get much of a response from everybody. And it's a bit sad. And so just keep that in mind when you see people online who are struggling a little bit, maybe just giving them a like or a comment just to encourage them, just as you would want to be as well. I can still see people putting in like stuff in the chat about characters and stories they like. And so yeah, make sure you give them a bit of love as well. So on social media, this is how you improve your online presence with more people connecting with you in different ways. This is engagement. Okay, this is what you're doing online. You're trying to share a little bit about yourself, and then you want people to react, and you also want to exchange as well in terms of you reacting. Now, remember how I said every time you see a ready slide, I want your emoji reactions. So if we can get those emoji reactions going again. Brilliant. Emojis are your friend on social media. You can use them for comments and posts. They're actually a quick and easy way of just connecting with people. Just taking the time to even just send someone an emoji is like amazing sometimes. Like seeing your posts light up with a bunch of emojis is great. And then when people actually write comments, that's even better. But just knowing people taking that time makes such a difference. Okay, so the thing is, social media is about connecting with people. And I think that gets forgotten a lot of the time. It's about your action, the reaction, a post receives likes and replies, and you try to reciprocate. It's basic human interaction skills. So sometimes it can take a while to find your people. You might be starting a new job or going to a class or an event or a party. And it takes a little while to meet people. And that's the same with social media as well. But you need to keep showing up. So trying to make a new friend, but if they never turn up, you never run into them, how do you become friends? And that's just what social media is basically. And so when you disappear from social media, especially in the beginning, when you're developing those relationships, it makes it very hard to develop something with other people. Which is why I guess they say to show up every day if you can, because there is a sort of regularity to it. And then whether you're showing up at the same times to be able to have a chat, it's a bit like going to a coffee shop and running into someone. I like connecting with people. I enjoy stories and that they are sharing them. For those of you that don't feel that way, let me tell you why you need to know this, because it's easy to forget when you're caught up chasing the likes and follows. So on the weekend, I was talking to someone who had tens of thousands of views for his reels on Instagram, which is amazing, right? But he stopped posting. He totally walked away from social media. And the reason, which I basically knew straight away, was because the highs are not sustainable. You look at every single successful account out there, and they have good days and bad ones. Some posts suck, others shine. These people realize that the benefit is there in having connections, finding their people and showing up. It's seeing the wood from the trees. It's all about the big picture. And so, you know, I'll find days where nothing works, and then there are days that it's really great. But the idea is that you just have fun. You just show up and you post. And something else that actually you'll find is sometimes the posts that don't work are the ones you learn from. The posts that do work, you learn even more from. And it's just about experimenting. And the thing is also when you're posting on different things, you attract different people, you connect with different people on different things. And that's what, even sometimes the posts that don't work so well, you're connecting with someone who actually sees something in that post. So we've all already learnt a bit about each other with our favorite story or character, and that was brave. And we're going to find out more about each other. And that means another poll, if you can. all please go to it. And if Ewan can pop it in the chat as well for those who can't. And in this poll, it's actually a pretty easy, light and fun one. So the first one is which one, cats or dogs? And I'm a cat person. And there's lots of cat people out there. Dogs are 40%, cats are 62%. Yep, definitely more cat people out there. Dogs are 43%. Lots of people in the chat putting cats and dogs too. Christine's put dog, dog, dog. I think that still counts as one vote. Okay, and the second one is coffee or tea. And I'm a tea person. Some people are putting both in the chat. Some people, okay, and there's definitely more coffees out there. It's 54% at the moment. But polls are also a great way of interacting if you've got enough followers, or if you get the right kind of poll question, you can get interaction too. It's just about getting to know each other online, really, on social media. And finally, the last question, which one, mountains or beach? And I'm a beach person. And looks like there's a bit more beach people out there too. 50-something%. 40% on beach or mountains. Oh, if you're getting to the next question, you should just be able to scroll. Like 1, 2, and 3. At the bottom, there might be like a 1, 2, and 3, and you go to the next slide. Some people want both, really. Yeah, I could do with just a holiday generally. And that's the thing. All these things that we've just done with the polls, you can post about all of them: animals, location, food, and drinks, because people can relate to it. And you look at how, like, it's a pretty close 50% for a lot of them in terms of whether it's coffee, tea, dog, cat, mountain, beach. You're bound to find someone who also likes the same thing. Okay, well done on doing the polls. Okay, to be authentic, think about how you would set if you were talking to someone in real life. That's, for me, been what's worked for me. And if you're struggling in terms of trying to keep it short, Twitter's character limit of 280 characters works quite well as a starting point. Set yourself a time limit to work out what you want to say and what words you use, so you don't spend all day doing it, or you're procrastinating. If you just set yourself a timer, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 2 minutes. Ask AI and see how you don't want to set, but it may give you some ideas. And I'm not a big fan of doing all your social media on AI, because you can tell when it's from AI. Everyone talks about there was a big thing on LinkedIn for a little while about everyone saying, oh, there's all these posts that are just robots talking, and no one wants that. And you're saying a lot about yourself, basically, if you're just gonna speak like a robot. So yeah, be real, be you. So the next activity involves a little bit more sharing. Tell the story. So find a photograph, video, or use one provided. What's just happened? What's about to change? And can you show more about your character? And I want you to write it down or put it in the chat, and you'll just have 3 minutes to do it. That's all we need, 3 minutes to do this. Ewan or Halima, can you keep track of time? Is that okay? And just let us know when it's been 3 minutes. And I've given some examples for those of you who might be struggling. For example, I was running late for dinner with friends because I was thinking about the latest update to ChatGPT. Or this year I'm learning to knit. It helps me to think about whatever. And I'm going to post in the chat something that I did. So this is the beginning of a post from the other day. So I had an image of a seagull in the waves, sitting on a beach, not knowing what I was doing with my life, having a DM with a close friend. Back then, DMs were deep and meaningful, not direct messages. I ended up in a 12-week evening introduction to creative writing class at Birkbeck University. Actually, I fell head over heels in love again with writing. Somewhere along the way, between school, university, and work, I'd fallen out of love with them. That class helped me rediscover and reawaken a passion I thought I'd lost. Writing became like the air I breathe. And so, like, we've got people even just replying to what I've written. Oh my God, I've been looking at the Birkbeck class, and clearing day is Saturday. But it can be as simple as that, where you just give yourself 3 minutes to write something and then you post it. And for those of you that are just listening, I'm just letting people write at the moment. So there's a bit of silence, and I can see some heads bowed or people thinking. And just in the chat, I'll just read a couple of them out. So someone's written, I'm sitting at the finals at Wimbledon. It's the first set of the first game, but the heavens look like they could open up at any moment. The staff with the court covers look like they are spring-loaded. And if you're already an experienced writer, if you want to challenge yourself, you can add a metaphor to it. You can add some sensory information. But if you're not a writer, it can just be putting a few words together, just like if you were having a chat or telling a story to a friend. And actually, photographs and pictures work really well. People engage with images as a starting point, and images can tell a story. So Rebecca Ellis has wrote, I saw the cutest teddy bear on the path that I walked to work along, pristine with no evidence of being played with. Where did it come from, and why does it look like an exact copy of my daughter's teddy carried with her everywhere? You can do all sorts of things with writing and photography, and you can think outside the box a little bit with social media. Someone's written they're not a fan of writing, but they love doing arts and crafts. And you can take a photograph of your arts and crafts and just say, look at what I did, as a starting point, and then talk a little bit about that process. Someone's written, I went to a zoo once. It only had one dog. It was a Shih Tzu. That's a post in itself. If you've got a photograph of it too, really helps with engagement. I think that's 3 minutes now. So what we'll do is we'll move on. Are you ready? Can we get some emojis? Okay, So the point is that people are interested in characters and stories. If you think of Steve Jobs and Apple, that's about the man and his story. It's not just about the products. Now that you know people are interested in characters and stories, you'll start to notice it. Years ago, there was someone I met at a picnic and we exchanged numbers, but then she kept sending me links to buy her stuff. That's all she sent. Can you imagine how I felt? I would have been fine if she mentioned it in passing. It felt like she was ramming it down my throat. So think about how you present yourself online. Would people want to spend their time on your posts and social media accounts? Would they want to get to know you? The truth is, we're multifaceted. We're creative, we're friends, we're thinkers, we're dreamers, we're bleary-eyed monsters before breakfast. We're the fun police when certain family members are out of control. And there's so much more to us. And when we hide those parts, we lose the chance to connect in meaningful ways. And if you think about just whenever you've met someone and you felt really connected to them, it's because you've had a chat and you've connected on some level. And it doesn't have to be about you. It can be about what you've seen or heard. You can even talk about a future you imagine or something from the past. That's the great thing about social media. It's kind of what you want it to be. It's about what you want to talk about. No one's forcing you to say or do anything. It's totally up to you. And if you're a really private person like me, you can be private. You can work out what you're comfortable talking about, what you're comfortable sharing. When you talk to people in real life, you don't just sell or talk about work. It's the same online. So what I want you to do is to go through your photographs, videos, and or brainstorm what you want to create. 3 minutes to write it down or put it in the chat. And what I'm going to tell you is actually just kiss and have fun. That's right, kiss. Keep it simple, silly, and enjoy what you're posting about. And I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes, just so you can all have a go at it. And we can keep to time. And I'll post in the chat. What I want to post about or create. Which is I want to post about this session of the amazing people that came along. I was also thinking maybe also about how I'm also going to Wales, which is my first holiday in 18 months. Someone's put down my family, the activities we do, banter. Someone says I want to post about my perfumery business. My new content SEO competent website is to be online before the end of this month. Yeah, putting goals is fantastic. My bakery, travel, food, life, peace, and human rights, the work I do for the community. There's so many different things you can post about, just as there's so many different things you can talk about with your friends or family or people you meet on the street, even if you're just having a random conversation with someone. Someone's posted a cute cat. I want to post things I learned during my sabbatical. Fantastic, Lawrence. I want to create, oh, they're going so fast now. Happy Silly Nonsense that is more about videos, vibes than thoughts. Roses are red, violets are blue. If you were, hang on, if you were a vegetable, I'd choose you because you're a cucumber. Fantastic. And I think if you can be playful, that really helps because actually people want to be on social media and people who are consuming want to actually have fun. They're not looking to be bored out of their mind. They're looking for entertainment. And if you can entertain them a little bit, that really helps. And maybe you are quite experienced with social media, but actually what you need to do is start thinking a bit outside of the box. How you're going to challenge yourself, how you're going to make it more interesting for people. How you're going to make it more interesting for yourself. And all you need is 3 minutes to just brainstorm a bit, to scroll through your phone, to think about what photographs or videos you want to start taking, I want to create a post about why I sing in care homes because my mum used to live in one, and this is why I have a fundamental understanding of what kind of session content is required. Now that sounds amazing. And I think when you start thinking about all these cool things you can start posting about, it actually makes social media a little bit more fun. So part 3 is building a confident, consistent online presence. So I do some stuff with Action for Happiness, which is an amazing charity, which is all about making the world a kinder, happier place. And I facilitated a course called Happiness Habits. And it's all about building habits. That's what social media is about. It's just another habit. And so what I'd like you all to do in the next 3 minutes is, what's one thing you want to start doing or change to help you with your social media? I'll give you 3 minutes again, write it down or put it in the chat. And I've given some examples as well in terms of how you can make it easy and achievable. Let me just start the timer while I start reading it out for the people who are listening to this. Some examples are: spend 5 minutes liking, commenting, sharing and following every day, create 1 new post a week, take more photographs or videos in the weekend, reflect monthly, what worked, what felt good, what do I want to try next, try a new social media platform, spend 10 minutes a day on it, spend 5 minutes learning something new about social media once a week, brainstorm for 5 minutes on my lunch break, do something I enjoy for 30 minutes every weekend so I can post about it, go to an event once a month and share it, start a hobby or something I've been meaning to do and post about it, learn about photography, video making or writing for 20 minutes every week. And so try new habits or do a little more every few months. Use social media to support your other goals. So one thing I did, for example, because I've set up a few different accounts on Instagram when I was trying to learn it, was I actually used to post about all the food that I ate. So every meal I had, almost every meal, I took a photograph of it and I posted it. And this was about me being accountable to myself, what I was eating, what I was putting in my body, and because I wanted to be healthier. So then I could look at it. And it's just nice to have a record of some of the things that I've done. And you can do that anonymously just to get yourself comfortable with platforms as well. But yeah, I used it to support my goal about healthy eating, and I've done ones on photography. I've done loads of different ones, and you can do that too. That's the great thing about, say, Instagram. You can set up different accounts to do it and they're fine with that. So some of the comments people have put down, start commenting on posts more, which is a great way to start and build your engagement. Hannah's put connect and spend quality time. Connect and spend quality time with old friends. Sorry, the chat moves up once a month. I might start reading from the bottom because then it will be a bit easier. Post videos on YouTube talking about my self-employment journey and being comfortable being me. Fantastic. Family life, business, my new home, my cat, things I learned, crafts, funny jokes. Take more photos and videos of day to day so I can post a message that is related to my business. Excellent. That's definitely the best way to start. And I carry my camera around and I take photographs. And so I've got like a huge stack of photographs I can draw upon, and that makes life so much easier for me. And same with video. When I started doing video too, I started just doing more videos and taking videos so I have material I can use. Someone's put down, Lee's put down, I agree, over 20,000 photos and videos on my phone, and maybe 3 on social media. So I'm sure of the 20,000, there are some decent ones on there, and you can post 1 or 2 of them. And if you're a bit scared, then just post the photograph or the video. Don't do too much with it then. And then gradually you'll be able to improve on those posts. But just start. A lot of the time it's just to start. So my habit, I don't think I've posted it in the chat, is, and the 3 minutes is up, by the way. But you can do a lot in 3 minutes, is I want to create more content. So some weeks I'll do 2 posts, maybe a short post, short, easy post, and 1 long one. That's kind of my goal, I think, for LinkedIn. But I'll see how I go. And I think the thing is also to just be kind to yourself and know some weeks this is going to be possible and other weeks it might not be. But small steps lead to big change. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. And that's the same with writing as well. I think they say that with all writers. If you have something to work with, that's part of the battle. It's so much easier to edit something than to start with a blank page. So simply just start. Same with social media. So think of all the possibilities. Reflect on what you've learned today in the masterclass. What are your key takeaways? 2 minutes to write it down or put it in the chat. We're all friends now, so come on, don't be afraid to share. We've got the importance of consistency and authenticity. Sharing is caring. Totally. I say that all the time. Think about connection versus selling. Write about anything as long as it is authentic. Take pictures and talk about them whenever you have time. Be consistent. Gave me confidence to do more little posts rather than waiting for something big to happen. Make engagement rather than posts. Cats are best. Write like you were talking to a person. Set realistic goals. The vulnerability of sharing. I can take my time to learn and yet be consistent. Not take each post that seriously. Have fun with the images that promote our business. Dogs rule. There's always going to be a cat and dog war. Can talk about that too. Be kind. Write first. Editing makes it easier. And so in designing this session today, this masterclass, I wanted to replicate what it's like being on social media in terms of interacting with people, in terms of creating posts, in terms of being vulnerable and sharing a bit about yourself. And that's the thing, like all you need sometimes is 2 or 3 minutes here and there just to do a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot. And that's 2 minutes. Now for the best bit, and sorry, we're running quite short on time. Sorry about that. Now for the best bit, okay. Are you ready? Where are my emojis? Cool, okay. So, boost engagement and connect with others. Okay, so this is the bit where type in the chat about yourself, business, and or job. You have 50 to 100 words. Share all your social media handles and websites. Or if you don't have any, your email if you want to connect with people. Save the chat when everyone's done with it. Post and tag Rebel and or Rebel Business School if you'd like. You can tag me on LinkedIn too if you're on LinkedIn. And what I want you all to do is to connect. So like, comment, share, follow, and be supportive. You all want to boost your online presence. So reach out to other people who did the course, see what people are doing and be inspired by their content. And remember to tag them when they deserve credit. Get to know each other. Be kind to yourself and everyone. You might meet some of their friends or someone they know. It could lead somewhere. So this is like your chance to start connecting with people and to support each other online, having just done that today here in this session. Remember, everyone is trying and learning. Be open to meeting new people online, getting a glimpse into their lives and letting them be a part of yours. So my example is, hi, my name is Miranda Xiao. I'm a writer and creative entrepreneur who helps individuals and organizations to confidently create authentic social media content. I'm building an app to make it easier for them. I love cats, beaches, and herbal tea. And I'm going to post that in the chat for anybody who wants to connect with me as well. And I forgot to set my timer. But I'll let you kind of do that and I'll just move on since we're running short on time. So part 5 is just a quick 60-second recap. Social media is about connecting with people. You need to keep showing up, and people are interested in characters and stories, so share yours. They're the 3 things I want you to take away. And just quickly, one person who I find incredibly inspiring is a guy called Brian Bilston, who I'm not sure if you've heard of him. And I'm just going to read something quickly from a blog from a Northern Ireland library website. So Brian Bilstone is an ex-academic publisher. Brian, not his real name, found surprising fame when he began to post short, humorous poems on social media. No one was more astounded than him when his poems went viral and he found himself elevated to the dizzy heights of Twitter fame. He adopted the pen name of Brian Bilston and decided to try to retain some privacy by maintaining an element of mystery around his real identity, most notably by ensuring his face does not appear in any photos, resulting in references to him as the Banksy of poetry. He's been hugely successful with books and tours, and it all started with social media. So these platforms and technology are here. The internet is not going anywhere. You're not the person who sits silently in the corner at meetings or events. You're all incredible. You have so much to say, and you can be that person online too. And I don't think we have time for questions, so I'm really sorry. What you can do is you can put it in the chat and I'll try to do some posts on LinkedIn to answer them, or maybe I might try to do another free Zoom if people are interested. This is my LinkedIn. There's a QR code on screen. I want you all to take care and stay in touch. Let me know how you go. And it's always great to message me about your social media journey. I'm also looking for feedback and testimonials, so DM me too if you'd like. And I just wanted to say as well, you're all amazing. You've all been you've all made a 5-star effort. You've shown up, shared, and supported each other. Be proud of what you've done today. More emojis, please, for the last time. Thank you also to Halima, Ewan, and the Rebel team who have been so fantastic. Keep putting in the chat all your contact details for everybody. And remember to save the chat, guys. That's really important. And finally, as well, it's just a thank you screen for feedback. So Rebel would and I would really appreciate any feedback. Your insights help to improve. So there's a QR code on screen, and we'll also post it in the chat for people to be able, in case they can't see the QR code. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed today. And thank you so much for joining me. And this has been amazing. To save the chat, there's if you go to the chat, there's 3 dots at the top and you hit save chat.
Okay, thank you, Miranda. That was amazing. I got so much out of it because I'm like that type of person that doesn't want to take like action and so on, and having that simplified enough for me to be able to take action is so great. Like before you guys leave, I can see some of you already leaving. We wanted to tell you guys about September. We have a completely new course. So for those of you who have attended our courses, like this is completely new. We're trying out a new model where we deliver 2-hour sessions every Monday, and we tackle different topics, and we have the best presenters who also all have a business. Like Miranda has our own business, and knowledge in terms of how they can help you in the different areas you're looking for in your business. So what we're going to do is basically put the link, depending on your area, you're going to find the program where it's near you. So if it's Camden, you'll see a Camden. If you don't have your area in the section, just go for the general one. But the idea here is that we're offering basically it's a program that's 10 weeks. There's me, a program that's 10 weeks that will help you with your business. And just we operate in a Robin Hood kind of method. So we get other people to pay for the courses so that you guys don't have to. And maybe like for the people that are new, they can hear from some of the people that have attended the course. I think people are trying to save the chat. I don't know what's happening. Miranda, I can't hear you.
I've done some screenshots in the chat as well, so people can see the 3 dots in the top corner.
Oh, I see. I was like, I just see myself kind of like,
Yeah. Sorry, I just thought I'd help those that can't see how to save chat.
yeah, I'm just looking at everybody. So I have all of the information is written on the landing page. That's why I'm not going into the detail. But I would love to hear from some people that have attended a Rebel Business School. Like let us know what it was like for you, so other people can be like, oh my God, yeah, like I'm gonna attend. But basically we've completely recreated the program to allow more time. So you'll be able to actually take action. So it's like one topic a week. We give you some time for action. On Thursdays, we're going to do a Q&A where we tackle all the problems that you have, but it's going to be one of the best courses like out there. It's even better than our like intensive course because it allows some time for action to happen. So we'll put the link in the chat again. Ewan, if you can put the link in the chat so people can find their like the location, and then basically it's going to be completely on Zoom for that. There it is. Helen, you have your hand up, and Christine as well. Let me. So, sorry, Miranda, can you make me co-host? For some reason in the middle, it completely destroyed my abilities to do stuff on this. So if you can just go and make me co-host, that would be really cool.
I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. Sorry. Give me 2 secs.
No, that's okay. So
It-
if you go to my name and just next to it, you basically give me like co-host abilities.
Make co-host. Yep. There we go.
Awesome. Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
And just to say to people as well, and people worrying about the chat, if maybe Rebel can send that out when they send the video link as well, they save the chat.
Yeah, Ewan, if you can save the chat, then we'll be able to send it out. Let me unmute Christine.
Hey there. Thank you, Halima.
Hiya.
Hey, great to see you again. I just want to say fantastic training, Miranda. Thank you. And Rebel School is fantastic. If you haven't, this is just one brilliant example, but if you haven't attended, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's fantastic if you want to start a business or start a side hustle, or you just do it in such a super smart way. So there's no need to spend a fortune on setting up your business. You walk through all of the steps brilliantly with a ton of support, just like you've seen in today's session. So yeah, highly recommend it.
Thank you for saying that, Christine. I feel like I feel like I can't give it justice. It's really cool when other people that have attended the course give us that feedback. So thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, and make sure you do the feedback because I want to know how this session went. And also, like, I get the recommendation of what you want next as a masterclass. We call them masterclasses. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, awesome. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, so but we get the ideas from you. It's just basically after the course, we run monthly masterclasses so that you guys can attend and explore other areas of your business so that we can help you. Remember, we never ask for any money. We don't upsell you on anything. Our main aim is that you are successful. Yeah. So Ewan, if you can send the link again in the chat. And I just want to thank Miranda again for coming on and sharing her knowledge with us. That was amazing. Email with the replay. Okay, guys, I think you can go home now and start posting, okay? Thank you, guys. Sorry, the internet has been a bit weird for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that people can save it. And then